Hello, sixth graders. Happy midweek assignment. This video is going to show you or explain how to do the blood typing lab. On Monday and Tuesday, we talked about the different types of blood, the name tags that our blood has, how your blood type is determined, and hopefully you finished your notes and were able to look at blood transfusions and how the blood types can be compared or added to each other. Those notes are going to be helpful for this activity today. So if you haven't already, pause this, go finish those notes and turn them in, and then come back to do this assignment. What you're going to do in this lab is a little game on blood typing. So it is embedded right here in Canvas, and the first thing you need to do is push this red little F button. I guess that's an F. This red button that says Get Adobe Flash Player, probably F for Flash. When I click on that, a little window pops up and I'm going to push Allow. Okay? If that doesn't happen for you, let me know and I can help you get this loaded. You have to do that in order to load the game, the blood typing game. And it makes this chirpy chirp noise, so I'm just going to turn that off, but I would recommend you keep the sound on when you do your own. I'm going to proceed, and there are three options on this game that you can do. For our purposes, I would like you to do the quick game with random patients. If, when you finish the activity, you would like to come back and try the mission-based game or the quick game with the same patients, you're welcome to do that. But I'm only requiring that you finish the quick game with random patients. Right? So choose that one first. It says, "Hi, and welcome to the emergency department at this hospital. Your challenge is to save 3 patients who have been in a car accident and need blood transfusions. It is your job to blood type each patient and give them the correct blood. Try to avoid making mistakes or the patient's condition will deteriorate. If you make no mistakes, you will get all 5 out of 5 blood drops in the end." So you're working in a hospital, 3 patients who have come in who had a car accident. They've lost a lot of blood and they need blood to be donated. So your job as the nurse or doctor is to figure out what blood type they have and give them enough blood to recover. Let me show you how to do that. You're going to proceed, and there are 3 patients. Here they are. You are going to do all 3. And your 3 may look different than the ones I have here. They're randomized. I'm just going to do one with you as an example. So let's pick this first one. Your first task is to draw some blood. We have to figure out what type it is. So I'm going to take the syringe, bring it to their arm, and let go. It will pull up some blood. Then we have 3 test tubes here. The first is labeled A, second is labeled B, and the third is labeled RH. It says I can click on the test tubes to see their contents. In the A test tube, there are A antibodies. These are the Y-shaped proteins that attach to different name tags. A antibodies attach to A name tags. Okay. The B test tube has B antibodies that attach to B name tags. And the third is RH. Blood types not only have A, B, AB, or O, but they also have a positive or negative after them. So you might be O positive or AB negative. And that positive or negative is determined by the presence of the RH factor. As we get into this, you'll see what that looks like. All right. What you're going to do is take the blood from the syringe that you just got from your patient and drop a little in each test tube. All you need to do is click and drag the syringe over the test tube and it will drop some blood and shake it up. All right. Right away, I can see that something reacted in test tube A. So let's click on it and see what's happening inside. Test tube A now has my red blood cells in there. And it's telling me that the red blood cells have A antigens, A name tags on them, that are attaching to the A antibodies that were in there when we started. Okay, so if the blood has A name tags, then I'm getting a clue it might be type A blood. Let's continue. In the B, it did not react. Nothing clumped together, nothing grouped up with the antibodies, because those B antibodies in the B test tube didn't have anything to attach to. And in the RH, it also did not clump up. The RH antibodies didn't have anything RH antigens to attach to. It looks like the only thing on the red blood cells in these vials are little A name tags. Okay. Your task is to choose up here which type of blood it is. And a general rule is whatever's clumping together, whatever separates like this, represents the presence of a name tag, an antigen. So if this has an A name tag, then it is type A blood. All right, so I choose A, and then additionally I have to choose RH. Is it positive or negative? It did not clump up in the RH, and so I would say it's RH negative. If you're right, it'll say, you're bloody right. And if you're wrong, it says, you're bloody wrong, and you try again until you get it right. So I will X out of this. And now that I know my patient's blood type, I need to give them new blood. They've been in an accident. Down here in the bottom corner, it's telling me this patient requires 2 bags of blood. And here's the blood bank and all the options, an arrow for some more of blood that I can give them. A reminder that my patient has type A negative, A RH negative blood. Right away, you might remember that blood can be given to like types. So if I have A negative blood, then I can receive A negative blood. All right, so looking down this list, A positive, A negative. There we go. I'm going to drag the A negative up to this little pole and drop it. They're happy. There's a sound they make when they do this too. But what else can I give them? They need one more bag, and the A negative is empty now. You may remember, or as you get into this, remember and try. But I also included a transfusion chart here below the assignment. In this chart, you can look up the blood type of your patient. So in this case, A negative, and look and see what transfusion they can get. They can receive A negative blood or O negative. So I need to find the O negative to give them. O is at the end, so I have to push the arrow, and O negative is right here. There we go. They're happy. They survived. Woohoo! You're going to do the same with the other 2 patients. Below all of this, there is an assignment, a worksheet where you type in some of your answers. And there are some questions that it asks you about blood type in general, but you're also going to be asked to write down the 3 patients that you had, what their 3 blood types were, and what type of blood they accepted. Okay. They won't load for me in this page. So I'm going to have you open that up on your own and look at it. Make sure that you fill in this worksheet and turn it in. You will need to do all 3 patients. And please come to office hours if you need any help or have any questions. Have fun, enjoy, save some lives. Bye-bye.